Hey, long time no see, everybody. It seems like I've been streaming now for about 4 hours straight. Yeah, let's fix the camera. Okay, so this was the initial video I was going to make today, and funny enough, weird thing is Dogecoin on the exchange just disappeared. And now I know why. There was an error with the wallet. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is Geekdomo. We are going to be doing another video on cryptocurrency today, and this one is specifically how to get out of cryptocurrency. Well, at least temporarily, or if you feel like you want to get into another coin, that's what we're going to cover today. Oh, it says I'm dropping frames like crazy. Hold on. How's the quality looking for you guys? Strange. That's strange. Let me turn it down a little bit here. Okay. Hey, Envoy. Welcome everybody who's here to watch. What we're going to do today is we're going to take coins that I own, and we are going to convert them into other coins and then into fiat money, which is going to be the end result. Fiat money is basically any money that is backed by a federal government of some sort. Not just our federal government, but all countries back their money, and they call it fiat money. Fiat is Latin for means to become or something like that. Thanks, Ursa Major, saying it looks good. What we're going to do is we're going to take my real money that I've dug up with my cryptocurrency, and we're going to exchange it. Now, today is not any day that's special. The only reason I'm doing this is an example, and I don't mind. At some point, I was going to be converting my coins anyway, so today is as good a day as any. I might take a bath. I might actually make a lot of money. We don't know. You're going to have to figure out, when you're ready to do this, exactly how comfortable you are. I'm not a financial advisor, and I can't give you any kind of real tips on how to make millions doing this. If you're a day trader type and you're into this sort of thing, you'll probably be more comfortable with it than I am. But research. Know what coins you want to get into, know what coins you're trying to get out of, what coins you want to buy, and ultimately, do you want to turn this into fiat money? And if so, where can you do that? So it's very, very important you do your research. Look into everything. Figure out what coins are good and what coins are bad. Now, I've always been a proponent of Litecoin, which is where I kind of got started with all this, was with Litecoin. Bitcoin is a little bit too hard to get into at this point. Actually, unless you have a massive bank of ASIC miners, don't even bother. If you are new to this and you're watching this video for the first time and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I have a whole series on the different types of coins, specifically Litecoin and Dogecoin, that you should watch. This video is like number 6 in the series, I think, and if you're watching it at this point, you're a little behind because I've covered all the other stuff in how to mine. This video is only how to take the coins you have mined and how to turn them into money, other kinds of money, whether it be euros or dollars or whatever. All right, so what I've been doing is mining a lot of Dogecoins, and I'm getting about 10 to 11,000 Dogecoins a day. And on one of my other videos, the Dogecoin video, somebody said that's impossible. They've been mining every single day, and they get about 1,000. I don't know what their settings are or whatever, but as you can see right here, just today alone, I've already made 5,000-6,000 Dogecoins, and that's just since this morning. And that's just with one computer running. I'm not even running it on this computer, which this is the one with the 290. That one over there is the one with the 690 and the 6950 and the 7950. All right, so because of that, I have now 49,000 Dogecoins. I was actually hoping I would have gotten up to 50. Let's see, am I close? This is my pool. I'm going to refresh this here. And I do have 500 that are unconfirmed. When that's going to come over, I don't know. That would be great if it came over while we're doing this. We're going to ultimately try to get to US dollars. So to do that, we're going to have to do this on several exchanges. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to do the transfer, and then I'm going to talk about the different coins while we're waiting for the transfer to happen. Sometimes it happens instantly. Sometimes it can take 10-15 minutes. If it's taking too long, we'll just move on, and you'll just have to... let's just play it by ear and see what happens, okay? So Froke says he's made about 1,800 since last night while sleeping, about 500,000 kilohash. Yeah, I'm at 1.9 is where I'm at. 1.9 million hashes per second, which is not amazing by any means. If you look at this, look at some of these guys in this pool. Let's just look at that real quick. These guys are up around the 17 million range, which is banks and banks of cards. All right, so back to the task at hand. I'm going to first take my Dogecoins and send them over to Cryptsy. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Before I do that, let's talk a little bit about the exchanges. This is BTC-E. They're an exchange that I believe is in Ukraine. Fairly safe. They've been around for a long time as far as in the cryptocurrency world goes, and it's only a couple years, but in cryptocurrency land, that's a long time. The other one is Cryptsy, and that's the one I was waiting for to get their Dogecoin straightened out. I've never seen Doge not on the exchange here. Now, BTC Exchange is great, but it only has a few coins. But one nice thing about the BTC Exchange is you can convert to US dollars and to euros. Cryptsy will have that at some point, but they do not have it as of yet, and it's my main reason I'm not using them just by themselves. So the thing I love about Cryptsy is look at all of the coins. 121 active markets through all of these different coins that you can convert over here on this exchange. BTC, on the other hand, really only meddles with BTC, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, Nameless Coin, Nova Coin, rubles. You can exchange rubles for dollars and euros. It's funny how you can exchange real money on here. Peercoin and Feathercoin and XPM. So these are all good coins, but it's a smaller amount than what you can convert over here. So if you're really into some odd coin like Moon Coin, for example, or Meme Coin, which is weird, if you're into one of those, then this is the place you want to convert. Ultimately, we're trying to get to camera falling over. Ultimately, we're trying to get to Litecoin or Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's the gold standard and it's the one that has the most value behind it. Bitcoin here right now is $798. It's actually been rising all day, so I'm kind of interested to see how much it hits up to. Look at last night; it got up as high as $809. It has been as high as 1,000. So if it hits back up to 1,000 again at some point, that would be fantastic. So that's why I'm trying to get my coins into Bitcoin. Ultimately, it doesn't matter which coin you are mining. You can mine any of these coins on this chart here. Just go for it. Whatever coin you feel comfortable with mining, just do it. It all depends on the infrastructure of the coin. Like Dogecoin started out kind of a joke, and it's grown to be very popular, mainly because it's a funny little meme, and I think a lot of people are like that light-hearted side of it. And it has a good infrastructure now. There's sites like Rapid Hash here, which is the pool I use. It's fantastic. It's really rock solid. It's got good graphics. You know, it makes it very easy to see how you're performing. This is my kilohashes per second. This is how much the pool is doing, and this is the value of Bitcoin to Dogecoin. Now realize when you make a Dogecoin, you're making 0.0000188 of a Bitcoin. So we're dealing in micro particles of a full coin. It's imagine if you had a gold coin, a real gold coin, and you shaved off one little tiny speck of that gold coin. That's basically the same analogy that we're going to use for Dogecoin to Bitcoin. We're talking about we're gathering up all those specks, and we're going to have enough to buy a real coin. Yeah, folks says never underestimate the power of the meme. Sorry, I have to keep looking over because the camera is just in the wrong spot where I can't read the chat. Okay. So there we have our exchanges, Cryptsy and BTC, which I like. There is also Virex and a couple other ones. The reason I'm not using Virex as my example today is I often found that they are significantly lower per coin. Like Litecoin to you, let's do Litecoin to Bitcoin, which is right here, 0.02 Litecoin to 1 Bitcoin. Okay, the other way around, 0.02 Bitcoin per Litecoin. here it's 0.02652. Over on Virex, it could be 0.018. I mean, and that's a huge difference. So I stopped using them, or I stopped even paying attention to them. And Cryptsy is almost dead on with what BTC exchange is. It's almost exact. So I usually feel pretty safe. Let's use an example. So it's 0.02652 over here on BTC exchange. Let's go over here. And let's go Bitcoin to Litecoin. 0.0263. See how close it is? That means that that's a pretty reasonable price, and I don't mind that it's off just a tiny bit. But like Virex, it's off a lot. So I just said, okay, I'm not going to deal with it. All right. So let's go ahead and do our transfer. The reason I'm going to skip ahead and do that first right now is because it could take a couple of hours to do this, and if it takes too long, I can't do this video. So we'll talk about some of the things going on in the background while the transfer is actually happening, okay? All right. So first off, I want to take my Dogecoins and I want to turn them into Litecoins. So what I'm going to do is send the Dogecoins over to Cryptsy, turn the Dogecoins into Litecoin over here, and then transfer them from Cryptsy over to BTC exchange to transfer them into Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin into US dollars. Okay, that's the path that we're going to take today. It's convoluted, and each step along the way, they will take a little bit of a chunk of change. Not much, just a little tiny piece. Okay, so what I want to do is send this, and don't I have one in here already? Cryptsy, yes. So I already set up a wallet over on Cryptsy, and then I'm going to show you how to do that, because that's the whole purpose of these videos, is to show you the steps. Over here on Cryptsy, I have an account, of course, and then I go into balance. And I click on Dogecoin. And let's see, don't I click on Dogecoin? Hold on. Yeah, deposit Dogecoin. There's my deposit address. It should be the same one. I don't want to make a new one. We'll close that, and let's see if it's the same exact one on my wallet. If you're wondering where these wallets are and all of that, you should have already seen that in some of the other videos, so I'm not going to cover all that. You should already have a wallet by now. And it is exactly the same address. DP2QV6DW FTDXMW. Okay, so it's the same one. So now we're going to send this much. We can't send it all because they're going to want to take a little bit of a cut. Every time you do a transfer, it has to be verified by the chain, by the network that's doing the coin mining, and so they take a little piece. And so I can't send all of this. I'm going to send 49,600, and I'll leave 86 roughly in my wallet for right now. So we'll send 46,000, or was it 46? 49,000. 49,600 Dogecoins we're going to send to that wallet. Do I really want to send 49,000 to Cryptsy? Yes. And it's gone. Now I'm down to 86, and it just sent 49,000 over to Cryptsy. All right. So while that's happening, we can keep checking over here, and there's no transfers in yet. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the what's going on behind the scenes. So I've already mined up these coins. I dug these coins up with my miner, and that's in the other videos, in either the Dogecoin video or the Litecoin video. I show exactly how to do this. And I made 49,000 of them. I'm getting roughly 2.2 million right now, which is a little high. I think that's just a bad reading. Sometimes this goes really high. And I'm getting about 10 to 11,000 coins a day. Tyron says, much coin, such dodge, very money. I love the meme. It's a lot of fun. So in the background, we're transferring this over, and the people that are the other miners just get blocks. They don't actually see the transaction happening. But it goes into a public record called a blockchain, and people can figure out where the coins go from there, and because of that, it's considered a public transfer. Even though it's encrypted, it's public, and somebody could decrypt that transfer again and figure out exactly where it went, what wallets it went to, and everything like that. So this is private and public at the same time, and so you should be pretty comfy with that sort of thing. If you're really worried that somebody's going to be watching you or whatever, I don't know what to tell you, because that's just the way the cryptocurrency system works. Is there everybody can see everything that's happening all at the same time. All right, let's go back and check our transfer. Oh, deposit, I mean. Let's see. There we go. That's okay. So that hasn't come in yet. It's probably going to take a little while. Should be about 49,000 should show up here. The thing is, you really want to be careful of. If I were to screw up, I could lost everything just now. Okay? There's a very real possibility. So whenever you're doing this, you want to make sure that you have your address exactly right. So over here on this is the address it told me to send it to. Okay? And as you see, there I even double put it in there just so that this is the actual address, but I labeled it with the same address so that I know it's going to the same spot. But you have to be careful. If you were to put this in wrong, it could disappear into the vapor, and there's no way to get it back. So it's something you really have to be careful. Knox says, I have 200 more unconfirmed Doge than you. So yeah, Knox, doing pretty well with this. And then we had an orphan last night. Let's talk a little bit about that. So while we're waiting for this transfer, I'm going to show you something. And this is something you have to be aware of before you get... oops. There we go. There's something called an orphan. And I lost 2,086 coins to an orphan. An orphan means that something happened with the block. Either the block was bad, it had a bad something in it, or whatever. And basically they said, scrap it. It's no good. We have to start over. So all the work you did on that piece of crap is gone. And all the work you did on the coin is gone. So they basically throw it all away. So I lost 2,086 Dogecoins on that. So yeah, and it's unfortunate, but it's just the nature of the beast. And look, even here, I lost 1,200 the other night. So orphans happen. It's just part of the thing where you have to just go, okay, that's cool. Orphans happen. All right, so let's see here. Do I have any deposits? Nope, still not there yet. It's a big chunk, so it might take a little bit. All right, so let's look at something else then while we're waiting. This is a really great tool if you're looking to work with Doge. It's called dogetools.com/calculator or calc. And just refresh it. Oh, thanks, Knox. Confirmed something. Orphans are blocks someone else solved first, but we found at a similar time. You didn't lose because you wasn't yours to begin with. I gotcha. Yeah, I guess I didn't lose the coins, but it feels like I lost it because I see the tacking up. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be our coins, and we didn't find it before they did. Okay, so so over here you can play around. This is a real-time calculator to see exactly what your money's going to break down into. So if you had 1 million Dogecoins, 1, 2, 3, yep, 1 million, you would have $1,500 and 1.8 Bitcoins, or 1,109 euros. And it's just a quick way to just check to see how you're doing. Gonna keep going back here to see if we can see when the deposits are coming in here. It should show up and then it's not confirmed right away, but it's not even showing up. So just gotta wait. It's taken me over an hour before, so I'm not that worried about it. I just wanted it to happen while I'm on the show because we're talking about all this stuff right now. So So let's see. Nothing yet. Okay, let's double check. Oops. It should be fine. Copy. And then we'll... Cryptsy has a history of having things taking forever to show up. Yeah. I'm only setting it to Cryptsy first because BTC Exchange doesn't have it. $49,600. Oh, 6 confirmations broadcast through 8 nodes. So it's been confirmed. It just has to be, it's just going to be a little while. All right. So let's see. See, that's what my normal hash rate is, 792. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is kind of how to read this gauge. What you're looking at here, for example, is you see there's a red, they call these candles. And the top of the line is where the highest point was. And then obviously the bottom is the lowest point for that particular time period. And then this grayish looking thing is the volume, how much was traded in that time. Okay? If you go over here on Cryptsy, you'll see, let's go back to the trade. Let's see, I need to go, we'll actually look at one here. Let's go to Doge to BTC. Same thing. You see, it's just done in a little bit of a different way. If you go into the larger hours, you can start the larger time scale. You can see how much this is going up or down, and the volume. So the volume here is 6 million at this particular time. 6,715,000 Dogecoins were traded at this particular time of the day in a 4-minute time period. That's a lot of volume, and the volume is a good sign because that means that people are trading, either they're going up or down with it. Still just going to keep looking at my my balance here. Nothing. Still nothing. Kind of the one problem here is that I don't really have, if I don't have anything to show you the example, then it's probably not going to work. But why don't we just play around with some of the numbers then? And then we'll come back to it. All right. So anyway, back at here. The bottom of this line means that it fell as far down as this, but it's then worked its way back up where it finally closed at this rate. So these are good indicators to show how the market is performing. It's a little hard to look at first, but after you get to see it for a while, you're like, oh, I can see what's happening here. And as we're looking at this, Bitcoin is climbing pretty steadily. Red means it's sell off and green means it's a buy. The problem with doing this live is exactly this problem. There's no... I would have thought at least it was showing up and then it just has to be verified. But it's not even showing up. How about this? How about I log out? That's not going to matter, but you never know. Yeah, there's nothing there. So am I using a different pool now? Yeah, I'm using the Rapid Hash, which is the one that Knox recommended to me, than the one I used when I was doing the Dogecoin video I made last week, or 2 weeks ago, last week I think. So yeah, it's a good one. It's pretty solid. I haven't had any really any big complaints yet, other than the orphans, but that's not their fault. Well, you know what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to pretend because I can't let you sit here for I can't have everyone just sit here watching me waiting for this to come. So we're just going to pretend now. We have the numbers, so we'll just pretend. Okay, I apologize. I thought it would have been a little quicker to transfer over. I didn't think it was going to take that long. But we've been doing the video now for like 20 minutes, and almost the entire time I've been waiting for it to show up. So let's pretend we have our coins. So we're going to change our Dogecoin into Litecoin. All right. And I sent over 49,600, but they're going to take a few off of that. So it'll probably be 49,598.999 or 8 something, okay? So that's pretty much what's going to happen. What'll happen next is these coins will then get converted into Litecoins. And then I'm going to go ahead, well, I'll say submit sell offer. Now, the trick is, when you do this, the price, if you take too long, it's going to change. So don't sit here for an hour going, you know what, should I sell, should I sell, should I sell? Because this here, the price per Doge is going to change. It's probably changing right now. And the time I've been talking to you, it might have gone and changed. So if you hit your sell order, it'll change. So what I recommend is, if this is the coin that you're going to be doing, say that's all the coins I got, I'm going to copy that. I put it in my clipboard. Refresh the page. Pop it in. And then hit submit sell order that fast. See, look, it already changed when I refreshed the page from last time. And now what it'll tell me is the total net Litecoins that I'm going to get is 3.48672. Okay, so we'll copy that. And we're just pretending now because obviously I can't show you real time what's happening. And then we're going to go here to our balances. And I don't have any Doge over there either. Okay. And we're going to transfer it. So we're going to go to Dogecoin here. Or no, we'll have Litecoin at this point. So we're going to go Litecoin or LTC. Where's Litecoin? Am I missing it? Oh, Litecoin. Okay. Oops, I clicked it. LTC. And we're going to go transfer LTC. Okay. And now I'm going to transfer this here. This is the amount we got. And we're going to then put our key in here. And we're going to put all this information in and we're going to transfer it. Obviously, I can't do that right now. Okay. Now, where I'm getting that number from is over here on BTC Exchange. I have a Litecoin wallet already. It's a virtual wallet, and it's over here. And I'm going to go to deposit, and this is where I'm going to send that Litecoin. Okay. So back over here on our Cryptsy account, we're going to go to Litecoin, transfer Litecoin. And we're going to send it to here. And I'm going to put my password and all that. And I'm going to have the number here, which was 3.4679 or whatever it was. All right. Hit the transfer. Off it goes. And now it's going to transfer from this site over to this site. And on this site, which is the BTC exchange, we're going to go here to Litecoin to US dollars. Actually, Litecoin to Bitcoin. Here we go. And I have 15.4604. So if we add 3 more onto that, let's just say 19. 19 Litecoins will get converted into 0.50 Bitcoins. That's 1/2 of a Bitcoin, almost exactly. Perfect. And on this site, now I've converted it into Bitcoin. I could then convert it over to US dollars by going here, and I go 0.5, and that's $399 that I could take out right now. There we go. Then go sell Bitcoin. We're done. It will then convert it into that, and I'll have $399 US. Now, what you end up doing then is if you want to get it out in fiat money, you can take it out on this site in rubles, US dollars, or euros. So we'll go back here to my profile, and let's pretend I wanted to take it out. So now we have let's say $400 even. It'll say up here on my US dollar balance $400. I go to withdraw, and here's where you get to pick out where you want to go. The reason I like this site is it has PayPal. The trick is you can only do minimum of 500 and maximum per transaction of 2,500. So if you've got $100,000 in coins, it's going to take a while. And it takes 5 working days. The only other options you can go with, and these are up to you, I personally would not do this. They've got all of these weird Russian, Ukrainian places, LiquidPay, Perfect Money, EPs, eCoin, OKPay, which is pretty familiar with that one actually. But I don't trust any of those guys. I only trust PayPal. If I had all of my choices on this list, I would pick the PayPal one. So if because of that, you have to have at least $500. So if you have $20 in coins, you can't get it out right away. So that's why a lot of people just leave it with the cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin is an accepted form of currency in a lot of places. So if you have 5 or 6 Bitcoins, you have quite a bit of money, even though you don't have it in real cash. But if you wanted to go buy a car, then you're going to have to get it out in US dollars or euros or whatever. All right, so anybody in the audience that's watching right now have any questions about any of this before I finish up? Real quick video today, mainly just to go over how to get your money out. And like I said, you have to be willing to take a loss or a gain. There's nothing wrong with taking a gain, right? But you have to be a little bit flexible and understand that you could sell it today and you made $25. And if you waited till tomorrow, you would have made $48. That's just the way it happens. Okay? Still waiting on this deposit. Oh well. It'll show up. It was verified, so. Yeah. That was the same one I sent it to from before, so I tried it out with 600 coins and it worked, so it'll come. It's just a big one. And then Knox says PayPal does have a 7% transaction fee. That's also a big chunk. Yes, you're going to lose money no matter what. Everybody who you're doing this transfer from is taking and putting their hand in the pot. Now $1 million, 7% is what? $70,000? Is it really? Wow. But you have to be willing to pay that. Either that or figure out some other way to get your money out. If you're dealing in smaller money like I am, $400, if they take $5, I'm okay with that. Not a big deal to me. All right, so I guess that pretty much wraps it up. If you have any questions or whatever, please leave them on the video. This video will be going up on YouTube, and be sure you can check it out over there. And hopefully this was a good example of showing you how to get your money out, because that's what I've been getting mostly. They're like, okay, Domo, I got all these coins now. What do I do with it? So that's what we do. This is how you get your money out one way or the other. All right. I guess that's it, everybody. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I will be back. We're not doing StarCast this week, and we're not doing Into the Portal this week. Next week. I've been having some health problems, and so I wasn't able to do that. Even though I'm streaming, playing games, I haven't been able to get stuff together to get the cast together. But next week. And, of course, we should hear about EverQuest Next tonight, whether or not they're going to let it out a little early. All right, everybody. So thanks a lot for watching. I will see you all very soon, and I appreciate everyone coming and hanging out. If you're new to the channel, please hit the follow or subscribe or whatever, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye. See ya.